Hello and good morning. I hope you are doing well today, this morning, tonight, whatever time it is. I just woke up a little bit ago. It's like 9 o'clock by now. I woke up at like 7, so I was doing good, but then I just sat and stared at my phone, as one does, for way too long, but it was nice. And it's a really snowy day outside, so it's easy to justify. Okay, so I'm just going to do a quick little get ready with me, if you will. I'm just gonna kind of show you, just hang out with you this morning and drink some coffee while I make myself presentable for the day. So I got my coffee here in my favorite coffee mug. I've had this thing for a long time, and it's got some good stickers on it. I actually love this sticker. Under every stone. I got that in Arizona. And then a sticker from Yosemite, which I've never been, always wanted to go. And then a sticker that my friend made, which I love, and it's hilarious. It's kind of like an inside joke, but. And then another sticker of a place that I used to work, North Fork. Okay, so that being said, let's jump right in. Got my little toiletries bag here, which I have to say I'm so disappointed. I love this style of toiletry bag, but it's already I don't know if you can see that, coming apart at the bottom. I just got this and just stuffed it full of my makeup, and I got this to replace an old one that I had that lasted me years, and I overstuffed that thing constantly. So I think I just found a cheap brand, and it wasn't expensive at all, but I think I found a knockoff, and I need to get the original. So anyways, I'm missing something. And so the first step in my morning routine is the Oxy 3-in-1 acne pads, and I know that these can be really harsh and whatnot, but I like them, and I feel like they've really helped my skin, and I don't think they would be good for dry skin necessarily, but I have more oily skin, so I find that they don't totally strip my skin of moisture. So I'm just gonna wipe that all over. It's funny, these days I really never do my makeup, hardly at all, and when I do, it's very light. I can't remember. I have to really think about it to remember the last time I did my foundation, but I bet it's been over a year. Which is so funny because when I was in college, I would do my makeup every day, full face of makeup, lashes, everything, every day for school. And for a long time, actually, I wanted to be a makeup artist. And once I graduated college, I started working in a job where it's very blue collar manual labor. So there just wasn't there wasn't really time to do my makeup. It was long hours, and that just became not very important to me. And then especially because right after I just put on I really like this brand actually a lot. Naturium, I think is what it's called. And this is their vitamin C complex serum. I've tried quite a few products from this brand, and I find I really enjoy all of them. And my sister actually just got their acid exfoliant face wash, and she loves it. She said it has just made her skin look so glowy and young. So I really want to try that. And I'm also going to use their multi-peptide moisturizer. I love this stuff. I'm almost out, and I just bought a new one not too long ago to replace this. And then I wear sunscreen every day, and this one is by Hero. It's called Force Shield, and I got this on Amazon. I picked this one over the other sunscreens because it's like certified safe for like coral reefs, and it's not bad on the environment. There's a certain type of sunscreen, I can never remember if it's mineral sunscreen or the other one, but there's one that's really bad for the ocean and ocean life and coral reefs specifically, which, as we all know, those guys are not doing very well lately anyway. So any little thing that you can do to help. So with these, I just mix them together, put them on. Anyway, so yeah, I really stopped wearing makeup, and then the pandemic hit soon after I graduated from college, and at that point, like, I was just staying home, so I really stopped doing my makeup, and yeah, haven't just totally stopped. I will say it does this, I mean, you kind of see it leaves a white cast a little bit. So, and I'm very fair, as you can see, so maybe this wouldn't be a great option, especially for people with, darker complexions than I, but if you're putting on, like, foundation, I imagine it wouldn't be too much of a big deal at that point, but sunscreen on the face, very important. So yeah, I just, like, stopped doing my makeup and didn't really miss it that much, and I actually had like so much makeup, and I remember a couple years ago I finally decided to get rid of a lot of it, and most of it was expired anyways. So now all of my makeup fits in one drawer, and that was a huge deal for me because I used to have like a vanity with drawers jam-packed full of makeup on top of my vanity. And just, it was just a lot of clutter and a lot of stuff. And I think, you know, it just became like a collection for me. You know, I wanted more. It was like this insatiable desire for new products, and especially with how oversaturated the market is these days, it's easy to get overwhelmed, and it's easy to get caught up in that, like buying everything. So yeah, it was a sad day. It was hard to go through everything, to get rid of everything. Stuff that wasn't expired I gave away, which was fun, you know, to like my friends and stuff. They were excited about it. So yeah, and now I basically, every day I do my eyebrows and my skincare, but that's kind of a nice sound. But it's a rare occasion when I'll do even mascara. I'm just gotten to the point where I'm like, oh, it just, you know, your eyes are dark for days after you put on mascara. It seems like I can never fully remove it, even in the shower. So yeah, I've just gotten really like lazy and impatient with doing my makeup. But I have been thinking that it might be fun to do it again. Like a full face of makeup just for fun. Because like I said, I did want to be a makeup artist for a while, and I loved the artistry of makeup. And just, you know, playing around and trying different colors together. The color, you know, theory involved in makeup application, I think, is very comparable to that involved in art, like painting and that kind of stuff. And that was something that I really enjoyed too. So, but I bet if I did, so I used to like stay up with the trends and everything, but then I just, like I said, I stopped. And so if I did my makeup now, I would, it would probably look like, you know, like the old school, I guess, like Instagram makeup, like the really intense eyebrows and like that, like the full face of foundation. Like this was when, like, you know, baking was super popular and I did all of that, and like the really heavy contour and everything, which now I feel like makeup has gone more towards, and I think this is like something that Gen Z has sort of done, is more towards like natural, a lot lighter foundation, but then like including like glitter and sparkles and that kind of stuff too, which I think is so fun. So I might have to start playing around with doing my makeup a little bit more. But like I said, it's hard to justify taking the time to do it when you're like, it would just get really messy at work and not stay on at all. And even now, I feel like sometimes I overdo my eyebrows. And like do a little too much. But especially because it's like the only thing I do every day, I want them to be, I don't know, kind of like intense or noticeable. But I think that that's good enough. I'm actually running out of my brow pencil. I usually have like 3 or 4 of these things at once so that I don't run out and that I can easily travel with them. And then this is just a brow gel, cheap one from Wet n Wild. It does the job just fine. I would definitely like something that's a little more, like, really hold your brow in place a little better. But today, since I'm doing my makeup here, chatting with you, I will do a little bit extra, just for fun. Let's see, what do I want out of my magical little bag? This is like pretty beat up. This is one of the nude sticks, and this is in Naughty and Spice. I really like this stuff a lot, and it comes with, you have the product on one side and then a little brush on the other, and I actually really like the brush. It's pretty stiff, which I like because this product is kind of thick, so you need that to make it blend out well, and I love to use my fingers, of course, too. But yeah, this can be pretty opaque if you want it to be, and then sheer out. So I like to put it on like a kind of still dewy face from my moisturizer, so that it just helps with that blending process. But I just put it like this. I noticed that, and I put it on my nose, and then my lips too, a little bit, and more kind of on the inside, and then I'll use a brush to feather it out. I've noticed that that's another sort of like newer makeup trend, is like really intense blush that kind of gets brighter in the center of your face and on your nose. I just blend it out with the brush. It definitely pulls on your skin quite a bit, so might be a little bit, I don't know, wrinkle inducing. But what are you gonna do, I also put on retinol last night, and so my skin is feeling very dewy from that. And also, when using like a brush like this to apply like a cream blush, you want to let it sit by itself for a minute, because you know, doing this to your skin is going to stimulate the skin and bring blood to the surface, so it's looking more flushed than it actually will. Because I actually am going to apply 2 different blush products. I've thought about buying like a cream bronzer contour, but baby steps, we'll get there, you know? Okay. But I like to wait to see what this color is gonna settle into. And while we wait, I'll put on some mascara. Mascara is just such a messy thing, you know what I mean? I don't know why I'm like so peeved with it lately, because it never used to bother me, and I would wear fake lashes on top of mascara. But Ulta had a sale a while ago on Benefit mascara, so they're kind of stocked up. But usually I don't buy expensive mascara. I definitely not for full price. I'm just gonna curl these eyelashes. Can you see me? Am I even on? I don't know. Okay. I wish that they could stay that curl just by themselves. You know what I mean? I also went through a phase where I had extensions, lash extensions, because I didn't want to have to put on false lashes every day. But my natural lashes were so damaged from the lash extensions, or from wearing fake lashes every day, that I couldn't really get a lot out of the lash extensions because I didn't have that many lashes to extend. My mom just came home. Hopefully she's not too loud. She likes to talk to herself all the time, which I also do. So I know who I got it from. But hopefully it's not too distracting. And I'm just gonna keep it light. But now that I don't touch my lashes, you know, they're pretty healthy and I have a decent amount of them. But the second you start to meddle, that's when it all goes wrong, you know? It's like, oh my god, she's so loud. She talks to her cats. Okay, I have to cut some of this out, I think. For real. I'm wearing my house coat right now, my robe. And it's so funny, I waited so long. For so long, I was like, I need to get a house coat. I think I will love it. And I was telling myself that for a while. I never did it. And then I finally did. Now I can't stop wearing it. I'll wear it all day long. I love it. And I have to remind myself to wash it all the time, because it picks up like cat hair and, you know, lint like crazy. Okay, so this is the other cheap product I'm gonna use. It's by Too Faced. It's their Peach Bloom. It's like a jelly blush, and it's pretty bright, but it does blend out pretty well. I like to put on my lips too. And then this one I just pat out with my fingers. This one spreads a lot easier than the other some of this. All these products are already old. This is by Becca, their highlighter in Opal, the liquid version. This was something that I had, you know, and I still have a few, but I had like every Becca highlighter, like Opal and Champagne Pop was such a huge deal, Jaclyn Hill, and then I had Moonstone and some other ones I don't remember, but those were $40 each. It's crazy. But like any, you know, birthday, Christmas, anything, that's what I wanted was makeup. That's what I would ask for. Gift cards to Sephora and Ulta. Okay, well, I think this is basically it for my face. I'm going to braid my hair, which is something I have not done in a while. I used to braid my hair almost every day, but I've gotten even lazier lately to the point where I just put it in a ponytail all the time. And so I've been trying to do more fun things with my hair because you can do it, live your life, do whatever you want, but to myself, I'm like, what's the point of having like long, pretty hair if you don't do anything with it? It's so fun. So I'm going to braid it. I'm just gonna do 2 like Dutch braids or whatever you want to call them. And because I haven't done that in a long time, and something about this snowy weather makes me want to put my hair in braids. I think that's probably because whenever I go like snowboarding or like sledding or anything, that's how I do my hair. I found that it's just the most, like, once it takes a while to do it, but once it's done, you just don't have to think about your hair for the rest of the day, and it doesn't get in the way, which is nice. Okay, so I'm gonna get out a couple of little hair ties, have those on deck and ready. Might be hard to do it sitting down. First thing I do is I just take my comb and try to get a perfect, oh, I think I messed it up, perfect center part. Of course, it's hardest to do that in the back where you can't see it. Oh my. Okay, let's see what that looks like. It's not perfect, but nothing is. Could it be closer to perfect? Probably. Hold on. Okay. So, with the side that I just want to get it like out of my way so that I don't actually pull any of this hair into my braid. And now my cat, Willie, she's getting a little frisky. She's a pretty wild girl. She's scrappy. Oh, I'll have to show you her. She was a stray that I found, picked up this summer. And she only has one eye. So you're probably like, why is your female cat named Willie? Well, One-Eyed Willie from the Goonies, if you're familiar. And she just kind of acts like a pirate. Like, she doesn't mess around. All the other cats are kind of afraid of her. And, yeah. She'll steal and take whatever she pleases and not feel the slightest bit bad about it. She's a very independent cat. I was living in Idaho this summer, and she came up to my house one night, and she's just the sweetest little girl, and was just so loving and totally unafraid. And that's the thing, she's fearless. And we've traveled a lot together, and she loves to travel. And most of the time, she gets cranky if it's a little too long of a car ride. But I think we've been to like 9 or 10 states together, all driving. And she's just the perfect companion. She's very, very good girl. Oh, Bill. She's a crazy girl. So we were land pirates traveling the West. It's so funny with braiding my hair. I can't braid other people's hair nearly as well as I can braid my own. And the other thing with it too that's kind of funny is that when I braid other people's hair, it's inverted. But when I braid my hair, it's like, yeah, the opposite. So the braid part is sitting on the outside. When I braid other people's hair, the braid is hidden on the inside. And it's not on purpose. It's just like my brain cannot figure out how to do it the other way. Sometimes I think like I was saying, I go heavy on the blush and it can almost look like I'm sunburned. But for some reason, I like that. And I can even remember being a really little kid, and my grandma would let me, like, put on her makeup. What little bit, she didn't have a lot or anything, but I remember she had a blush and she let me put it on for fun, and I must have only been, I don't know, maybe like 6 or 7. So it was just for fun, and of course, I took the blush and I put it on my nose, the bridge of my nose, and I don't think I even knew really what it was for, but that's where I wanted to put it. And I think that day I was over at my grandma's house because we had like a family gathering, and coffee break. So as people started showing up one by one, everybody who saw me say, "Oh, Kelly, did you get sunburned?" And my grandma would say, "No, it's blush. She did that herself. She looks sunburned." And I remember thinking even at the time, I like it. I think it looks good. And now, 20 years later, I still do it. So I was on to something. Okay. My hands get shaky when I braid my hair. And probably because I just had coffee this morning. I keep telling myself that I need to get into the good habit of drinking water first thing in the morning, and that I can't have my coffee until I drink a glass of water. And I have yet to follow through with that. Okay, we've got a little situation going on here. Where is that coming from? Oh, whatever. It happened. Oh no. What happened to you? See, and here's the question. Do I fix it now or later? Because I'm pretty early in the process, but I'm already over it. You know, I'm just gonna keep going and hopefully it'll buff itself out in the end. And if not, I guess I'll do it over again. I also get sweaty when I braid my hair. It's almost like it's a little bit of a workout. Oh my gosh, that's such a bummer. Okay. Hopefully, I hope that I can salvage this because I have zero desire to do it again. See what I mean? I just get very impatient with my hair. And I think too, I've just gotten to a point where it's like, if my hair is like, if it's a functional hairstyle and out of my way, like that's all I need it to be. Okay. I think we'll be able to do something with it. Like I said, I'm a little out of practice. It's been a minute. The other thing I love about braiding my hair is that when you take it out, so it's like such a good hairstyle to do if you have a busy day but you're gonna go out later. So you just take the braids out and you have really pretty waves. Willie likes to talk, and I think she might start talking. What are you doing? Are you okay, honey? She gets really mad at me in the mornings when she wants let out of the room. She'll jump up on me. Oh, she's getting crazy. And then she'll jump up on the windowsill and then jump back down on me over and over until I relent and let her out of the bedroom. But like I said, she doesn't play nice with the other cats, so that's why she has to be in the bedroom in the first place. Oh well. What do you see out there? Okay, well. You know, I probably should care a little bit more about this, but I don't. I am going to say that this is good enough. And then sometimes I like to pull out a couple little strands. And I think I'm done. Oh, I'll grab Willie. I'm gonna say hi. She is not tolerating this. Say hi. Okay. Maybe next time. Okay, well, I feel like this was a little chaotic, but I enjoyed it, and it was kind of a nice way to have like a slow morning, relaxing. It was relaxing for me. I hope that it was the same for you. I hope that you have a great day, great night, and yeah, drink your water, stay hydrated, do something nice for yourself, do something nice for somebody else if you can, and I'll see you, I hope, in my next video.